Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we have a very short flight. We are going from Long Beach, California, so we are here at Long Beach Doherty Field, and we are going to Catalina, which is an island about 20 or 30 miles to the west. And yeah, it's a small airport, one strip. Pretty simple. What I did want to show to you guys today here is, while we are in the 172, I do have a few enhancements. We are using the steam gauge version. I did another version a while back where I did an enhancement on a 172, and I was using an app. It was a free app on flightsim.to called the AS1000 improvement, and it did tons of things to add cargo and people. You can have different configurations. It even had a checklist on the dash. Yeah, it was. You could open doors and do a whole bunch of other stuff like that, chocks and tie downs and all that. So we're sticking with the default 172, the steam gauge, but we do have two main improvements here. And the biggest main improvement here is we have kind of a flight dynamics enhancement, and that is the Asobo 172SP Classic Realism mod by mgouge 425. It's been around for a while. It's free on flightsim.to, but like I said, it pretty much overhauls the flight dynamics and makes it a little bit more true to the real Cessna 172. The other thing that I have as an improvement running in here today is I do have the Boris sound set, and this is a sound set by Sim Market. Sells for about $10 or 10 euros, should I say, and does an overhaul on all the interior sounds, the engine and everything, makes it sound like a real Cessna 172. So that one is payware at about 10 euros, and the AS1000 is, or what is it? The Asobo Classic Realism mod by mgouge 425. That one is free. And what I may be doing later, if you guys want to see it, let me know. There is another realism add-on to add more of the flight dynamics and tons more, and it's actually by Just Flight. It's the WB Sim 172SP Classic Enhancement. It sells for about $22. It does a complete overhaul, including systems, and makes it so that you have to do maintenance on your plane and you have to fix your plane. I always love that realism. I haven't had it installed, so today we're just going to go with the free one from flightsim.to, the Asobo Classic Realism mod by mgouge 425. So that's a little background on what it is that we're going to be doing. I'm going to try to the best of my ability. We're going to be running this with Pilot2ATC today, and maybe if we get lucky and we get good functionality, we can hear that ATC chatter that's going on in the background. And pay attention to my last video if you want to run Pilot2ATC and ATC chatter at the same time and want good functionality, or you're having issues with it. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and get in and get her started. I'm going to go ahead and just use the default checklist. I've already walked around the entire plane, so let's just go ahead. So we got throttle. Let's go ahead and open that. Let's close the, all right. Throttle open 1 inch. Mixture idle cut off. Propeller area is clear. Battery switch on. And it comes to life. Beacon. Let's go ahead and turn on the beacon on. Mixture rich. We have the auxiliary fuel pump that we need on 3 to 5 seconds, then off. You can really hear that fuel pump. That's that Boris sound set. And we'll get that off. Feet are on the brakes. We didn't have our parking brake set. That's bad. Mixture, we'll go ahead and lean. We've still got the throttle open up 1/4 inch, and we'll go ahead and give it a start.
Clear prop.
Oh, didn't catch. You know what? I think I did something dumb. Let me go ahead and take a look down here. See? Didn't have that in. It's the fuel shutoff valve. The fuel shutoff valve was not on.
What an idiot!
Not pushed in. My fault. Let's do this again. Hopefully we won't need to prime it again. Let's just go ahead and go for the start.
Clear prop.
There we go. Caught that time. Much more rich engine sound going on here. Okay, what else we got after start? We're about 1,000 RPMs. We're not going anywhere right now, so we do need to make sure that we keep that mixture lean. Otherwise, we're going to damage some things. Let's get the avionics on. When we get the avionics on, then we'll be able to get the radio call. We'll be able to get the ATIS at least. Wait for that to warm up, just like the radios would in real life, kind of like that. So, got this new flight model that we're looking into for the plane. We've got the sound set. Hopefully ATS or ATC is going to comply. Let's go ahead and get this closed. Don't need that checklist right now. And I am actually not going to spend the time to set up any of my radios here. I just really need it to be able to make calls. So we should be set up for 127.75, which is the ATIS swap over.
Long Beach Doherty Field Information Bravo, 553 Zulu winds are 286 at 5 knots. Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 17. Dew point 13. Current altimeter is 29908. Arriving and departing runway 30.
Alright, 29908 is what we got. Alright, we have the altimeter set. Let's see if we can give out a call and so that they can recognize us. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we're on the right channel because we need to call ground.
Temperature
Sorry
17,
for moving my head around. I gotta turn off
13.
track IR when I do that.
Current altimeter.
Okay, so we should actually be on now with ground. Let's see what they have to say.
Watch the ground, Delta Maintenance 5.
Oh, we got that ATC chatter in the back. I like it.
Yes, sir. Located here at the firehouse, like to reposition under tow to 19.
Delta Maintenance, okay. Hold there at the firehouse for just a couple minutes.
Copy that. Delta Maintenance 5, hold it.
Long Beach ground, Cessna 427 Juliet Zulu, ready to taxi VFR as filed.
Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu taxi to runway 30 via taxiways Foxtrot, Delta, Delta 1, hold short runway 30.
And American Maintenance, where were you parking at?
Taxi runway 30 via Foxtrot, Delta, Delta 1, hold short runway 30, Cessna 427 Juliet Zulu.
I forgot.
Alright, now we just have to get that instruction. I'm actually using Navigraph charts on an iPad right now, and that's what I'm going to use. Let me verify my route and then we'll get going. Alright, let's go ahead and get going so we can see these guys. Alright, parking brake off. And we're still leaned because we are on the ground. We are going to be moving through these people. Sorry guy. So we're just going to continue close to these buildings just on Foxtrot. Let's see if we can see anything coming our way. Slow down a little bit. But this is going to be Foxtrot here.
JetBlue 1133, push off 24.
And we're looking good.
That last call one more time. JetBlue 1133, push 24.
So something that I didn't realize right away, if you feel like you're sitting down too far in the seat, you can just kind of do that. Space bar pops you up so you can see what's going on right in front of you.
Thank you. JetBlue 1133 going to pull up, and you can push the spot 2. Pull up, push spot 2, JetBlue 1133. I was trying to call before they disconnected. I think you got it.
Yeah, we just got it.
I'm going to go ahead and set the Sly VOR. We're headed over to Los Alamitos after our departure before we head over to Avalon. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up now.
Ground 751 for push 5.
Southwest 751, good morning to you. Your push is approved, sir.
Push approved.
What do you guys think of the sounds of the plane?
I can't see you guys back there, but there's a Southwest pushed off of gauge 5. There's an aircraft under tow behind him, and
So cool. Got that ATC chatter now. Obviously, that ATC chatter has nothing to do with the actual, with my flight, with planes around me. It's just sound files that are recorded and thrown in for some more immersion. And when I hit my push to talk button, that goes away. I think this is going to be, yeah, here's Delta. Just waiting for them to call again. Since I'm not talking to ATC right now, they pretty much have the go to say anything. Here we go. Delta 3's coming up. Then we got Delta 2 and Delta 1.
Roger, American 391, good morning to you. Hold that push. I'm going to call you right back. I got a couple guys that come up out of the alleyway.
Long Beach ground, Cessna 427 Juliet Zulu, holding short runway 30.
Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu contact tower on 119.4.
Tower on 119.4, 7 Juliet Zulu. And I have it programmed to change the channel for me, so it has now changed over to the tower. Long Beach Tower, Cessna 427 Juliet Zulu, holding short runway 30.
Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu winds are 286 at 5 knots. Altimeter is 29er cleared for takeoff. Runway 30 squawk 1200.
Clear for takeoff, runway 30, squawk 1200, 7 Juliet Zulu.
5535, flighting 245.
Let me lock the track IR so I can go ahead and put this in. We gotta get this on 1200 and ident. We are good. I don't have any altitude set right now. Let's just say we're going to go up to 25. Let's say 2500 for right now. And we'll go ahead and arm that. Alright. We are good to go though. Parking brake is off. Pop up above the hood so we can see a little bit. Checking traffic. Nothing coming. You can really see this plane start to shake a little bit. The sounds are really great. And I have FS Realistic running too, so anything that I do wrong, I'm going to see a lot of vibration, especially during landing. Again, no flaps on the takeoff. Landing lights on. Strobe. Taxi is off. And we'll go ahead and hit. Let's go ahead and make sure we got the fuel pump on. Cannot mistake that. Alright, we are lined up. Let's get it going. A little bit of a wind coming from our right side. Not too much though. Not so much that I even have to deflect a whole lot with the ailerons. And we'll just let her drift right on off. I like it. Oop, didn't adjust the trim. There we go. That was my fault. I usually do that. pretty fast. Let's get some altitude. Climb at about 70 knots. Be good. And get some altitude pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and go right pattern. No traffic off to the right. We've got our manifold pressure at 25, so that's good. Forgot to put my mixture rich. Two things. Gotta go by the checklists. Mixture rich, and gotta make sure that you've got the right trim set. A little bit steeper bank, and we'll get there.
Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu, have a good one. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. 7 Juliet Zulu.
7 Juliet Zulu. Frequency change approved. Report when back on frequency.
Frequency change approves. Cessna Juliet Zulu. Frequency change approves. Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu.
Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu. Frequency change approved. Report when back on frequency.
Frequency change approved. Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu.
Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu. Frequency change approved. Report when back on frequency.
We'll report when back with you. 7 Juliet Zulu. And here, coming up at about 2,500, we're going to cut it back to about 23 inches on the manifold pressure for right now, as we're tracking into the Sly VOR. We can get a heading lock too. Alright, so we are running on autopilot now. So what they told me to say is they said, we'll report back with you when, so what essentially is happening is we're leaving their zone for right now, and I'm heading over southeast to the Sly VOR, but then I'm going to jump back and take a pretty, I'm going to be turning pretty hard back to the right, and I'm going to end up crossing their path again. So basically I'm going to let them know when I'm back in their area. So that is kind of a realistic call. I do like that. I think we're going to wait until we hit the Sly VOR, and then we are going to, then we're going to climb again, either to 4,000 or 4,500. And we should probably go ahead and just make that turn now. As we're just about crossing right over the VOR right now. And Catalina is dead in front of us. Yeah, we took kind of a little bit of a roundabout path there. Let's compensate a little bit so we can get back on track. I'm going to turn my track IR off. that's what I use to look around the cockpit, but sometimes I'm looking at my charts and I'm looking at Navigraph on my iPad, Pilot2ATC over here on my other monitor, so that's why I'm looking around, and hopefully it doesn't make you guys sick. Sorry about that. So I think we're just about crossing back over into their area right now, and I need to contact the tower to see who they want to patch me over to. Long Beach Tower, Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu back with you.
Cessna 7 Juliet Zulu, roger.
So I guess we're just going to do flight following with them for a second while I'm in their area, and then they'll patch me through to departure. Or SoCal approach or something like that. We'll see. So not too bad. Learning a few things about Pilot2ATC. That is the first time that a tower told me, you know, once you get back in our zone, then notify me and just say that you're back with me. I guess that's, I've seen that happen a couple times. I've never, like on a YouTube video or something, not a real pilot here, but that is the first time I've actually had to do that, and it's pretty straightforward. And the good thing is, if I ever ran into that problem on VATSIM, I'd be so intimidated. Maybe they would explain it, because it seems like it's a little bit more of an advanced thing, but I don't know. I don't have to worry about being intimidated by it. And now I've gained a little bit of experience, so that if they go ahead and tell me that on VATSIM, I'll be prepared. Alright, I knocked down the sound a little bit more so we can hear the radios. We're up to 4,500. I'm going to go ahead, bring it back to 23 inches of manifold pressure, and we're going to lean about 1.5 inches. I'm going to cruise at about 100, 110, about 105 knots. Is probably what we're going to be looking at. We're still descending to 3,500. Hopefully we can get out of the muck. If not, we're going to have to drop down even lower. We're probably about halfway now. So what do you think about the whole interaction with the Pilot2ATC, ATC Chatter? How do you like what's going on the sound add-ons? And it's kind of hard to tell with the flight dynamics. There is a huge difference with this Asobo. What was it? It was the Asobo Classic Realism mod by mgouge 425. Makes a huge difference. Otherwise it just feels so light and unwieldy, and you just need real sensitive movements with, and it's not necessarily the most realistic flight experience. We're at 3,500 right now. Looks like we're still kind of in the soup. Let's go ahead and take it down to 2,500. See what that looks like. That'll put us about, that's only going to put us about 900 feet above airport elevation. About 500 feet per minute. Since we're going to do that, we're probably going to be going back to full mixture. But let's see if we can get any more visibility out of this. A little bit of bad planning on my part, not knowing that we had a system, not knowing that we had a ceiling at, I think it's around 3,000. So hopefully going to 2,500 will be a lot better. So what we are going to do, and I'll go ahead and put the arrival up on the screen so you can see it here. But essentially what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and use the VOR DME or GPS-B approach. And so as you can see from the chart, we're going to go in and we're going to go to Sierra X-Ray Charlie, and then we're going to circle around to the right, or actually we're going to enter into a teardrop so that we can make left traffic, pass through the VOR again and then outbound on a 352. And that'll line us up perfect so that when we are coming back in, we're directly in line. The runway will be directly in between us and the VOR, because we have to rely on the VOR for distance in order to make it pretty accurate, especially if we don't have very good visibility. So we are down at 2,500 now, and we still cannot see anything. Wow. That is incredible. That is incredible. Not a good day to be flying. Wonder how far I have to go down. I mean, we're out over the ocean now, so maybe I'm going to drop it again. Let's see what's going on at 2,000. So, something a little bit unrealistic. We never got patched over from tower to let us know. Maybe that was, I think, since it's VFR, what I was supposed to do was look at the map to see, look at the charts to see who I was supposed to contact in order to request flight following. That's what was probably supposed to happen. If I'm wrong on that, someone please correct me. We are now just about 6 miles from Sierra X-Ray Charlie, set of Catalina VOR. And we are down to 2,000, and I still cannot see anything. And I know we have elevation coming up. We're technically, I need to stay way higher than this. Yeah, I gotta climb. Alright, let's add the power back in. See if we can get like 800 feet, 700 feet. I gotta climb out of this because we are gonna be running into land here pretty soon, and I still can't see anything. Not good visibility at all. Wow. Starting to clear up. Wow. Just not very good visibility. You can see the mountains, you can see the hills right below me. There is no visibility. I don't know if I'm flying into here today. I'm gonna... Oh my god. I don't think that's legal. I think I would have to... That's IMC right there. Huh. That's not good. Not a whole lot going on to see today. Sorry about that, guys. Wow. There's the VOR, right on top of that hill. It's the only thing you can see. Airport's about right there, just on the other side of my plane. You have to take my word for it. It's about right. Yeah, you can kind of see the outline of it right down there, right off the nose of the plane right now. We're going to be coming back the opposite way. At this point, Catalina is not a towered airport. So normally what I would be doing is I would be calling out to the people around me, letting them know where I am in the approach, and we would basically just be communicating with ourselves. That isn't, you can simulate it if you want, and just let them know, hey, 7 mile final, runway 22, Avalon.
Right, 2528, contact departure 2435. 2528.
So yeah, the Unicom channel is 122.7. I don't know if it matters, but maybe I can go ahead and do it. 122.7.
Traffic, Archer turning downwind to runway 1.
Well, look at that. If you listen to ATC Chatter, it has the other pilots as if they would be on Unicom with you. That's so cool. Catalina traffic, Cessna Skyhawk on 9 Mile Final, runway 22, Catalina. I don't know if I did that right. There's
Traffic, Archer
there's no
turning
check.
base to runway 1.
There's no real check
Traffic,
on it.
Archer turning final to runway 1.
See how they're calling out the final? We're just talking to each other here. And notice how they're also not calling out the airport. That's, you would normally say something like Catalina Airport and then identify, you know, give out your call sign, what type.
3 miles to the north and bound.
Ooh, a helicopter. What type of aircraft you are, and then where you are, what your intentions. So, at this point, I'm probably on an 8 Mile Final now, according to the charts. Catalina traffic, Cessna, November 1. Catalina traffic, Cessna 427 Juliet Zulu, on 8 Mile Final, runway 22, Catalina.
Traffic Warrior 85 November Alpha, inbound 4 miles from the southeast for runway 32.
And we had to hold 2,300 until
Traffic
5
Warrior
miles.
85 November Alpha,
And it's
clear
5
runway
miles
32.
from the VOR, which is actually beyond where the airport is. So it's between us and the VOR
Traffic Warrior
is the
17 November
airport.
Alpha, entering in upwind 32.
So technically, even though I'm 5 miles from the VOR, which I'm using for distance, I'm only 2.2 miles at that point from the runway threshold.
Traffic Warrior 17 November
I don't know
Alpha,
if we're going to be able to pull this off. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, final heading is 220. So we're going to have to scoop out a little bit to the left and then cut back to the right. There we go. So we're going to have to start sweeping out here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the autopilot off. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to see this.
Warrior 23 November Alpha, departing runway 32. Right.
Let's get some flaps in. We can start to descend a little bit. Wow, this is
Traffic Warrior
incredible.
23 November Alpha, 6 to the north, 3,000 feet maneuvering.
We are past the airport. Oh, we can't fly this today. We cannot fly this. Let's get some power so we can.
7 Mile Final for 1-4. We'll break off our approach 3 miles south. Right, Circle Millions, 232.
This is unbelievable. Any real world pilot is looking at me and just laughing. They're laughing. They're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm going to try to see if I can salvage it. At this point, I would abort, or I'm not equipped for IFR. I would just return home. Or in real life, I would have anticipated this, and I wouldn't have even taken off. So we're going to wrap around, though, see if we can still do it. This is incredibly frustrating. Now it's just kind of the principle of the thing. Now I just want to see if I can land it. At this point, obviously wouldn't try it, but... So this is what it would be like to try to get your instrument rating, huh? So disorienting.
Traffic.
Let's cut the power a little bit.
869 uniform pop about 18 miles out. Coming, making our approach.
Alright, let's get squared up and see if we can do like a straight in.
Traffic Warrior 8090 South, right across with runway 32.
Kind of lined up. This is about as close as I'm going to come, I think. Let's cut
Traffic
the...
Warrior 8090 South, about 2 miles to the north, 1,800.
I need to get down to about 2,000 feet. Just trying to line it up using the map on Navigraph. Wow. This is really hard. Alright.
Traffic Warrior 8090 Hotel is 2000.
Let's get full flaps.
Just above maneuvering between 2,800.
Gonna stall it out. See if we can see anything. You can see some lights. Is that runway? Is that the runway?
8090 Hotel, 5 miles to the north-northeast. Inbound for runway 32.
Oh, there's the runway.
Midfield at
Wow.
to the left downwind 32.
That's not going to end well. That isn't going to end well at all. See if we can pull it off. Engine is cut. It's kind of a ditch effort. A little bit of...
Traffic on 4823 and a Delta.
Wow.
Holding short for runway 3, we'll be back taxiing to the key log.
How did I even see that? How did I even see that? That is impossible.
Traffic Warrior 8090 Hotel.
Of course that's not real. That's not what's going to happen. We would have aborted a long time ago, but hey, gotta make it a little interesting here. Make sure our mixture is leaned. And this is when I would make my call. Catalina traffic, November 427 Juliet Zulu, type Cessna Skyhawk, clear runway 22. Catalina.
Traffic Warrior 23 November Alpha 15 to the northeast, 3000 maneuvering.
We got something going on with the plane though. Something's going on. I don't have any power. What's going on? Did I kill it? Did I break it? I think I broke it. Well, look at that. I think we're just going to call that one good. That shouldn't have even happened at all. Let me know what you think about the flight, about all the add-ons. I'll have all the links down below so you can check them out. Kind of a fun flight. But, yeah, I really should have checked the weather ahead of time. Alright. That'll do it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.